Next, we have physician assistant Laurie Harding of Novant Health Oceanside Family Medicine in Bolivia. Welcome to the show today, Laurie. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Well, thank you, June. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. So we like to start off by learning about our new providers, and I know that you're relatively new here at Novant Health. So tell me a little bit about your background and your education. Where did you go to school?
I went to PA school at Uville College up in Buffalo, New York.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's cold, huh?
Yeah, very cold. Very cold. So I did my PA bachelor and master's degree in physician assistant, and that decision came a little bit later in life. After,
oh, really?
Yeah, after my
Were you
youngest.
a nurse before that, or were you?
No. Actually, I initially started off in finance.
Okay.
And so after a few years of finance, then I started having children and ended up just raising them. I was blessed enough to do that for a few years.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so then you went to PA school?
Yeah, so my youngest daughter was born with some very serious medical conditions and complications, so that kind of threw me into medicine, and I realized that this is...
That was your calling.
Yeah, really it was.
Yeah. Where did you work previously? Have you been, are you new out of PA school? Or?
No, I initially started off in family medicine, in private practice, and then shortly after that, I went over to a community-based center on the Tuscarora Nation Health Clinic up in Sanborn, New York. And I was there for a few years, and it was a great experience.
Great. Wow. That's quite a background. That's very interesting. Well, you kind of already told me why you became a physician assistant, I guess, but why not a nurse, or why not something else in the health field?
I've always been interested in medicine, and since I was probably 5, wanted to be a brain surgeon. And,
of course.
So when all my kids finally went off to school full time, a friend of mine was a physician in family medicine. So we just got to talking, and I needed a career change, and physician assistant got brought up, and she made it very appealing, and did some research, did some shadowing with some, people, and I loved it. So pursued the career.
Yeah, that sounds like it was a natural for you. So what brought you to Brunswick County?
Short answer is my parents.
Oh, are they here?
They moved 4 years ago to Calabash, and so I've spent the last 4 years basically vacationing down here.
Sure.
Absolutely fell in love.
Yeah.
So when my last child graduated from high school last year, we just woke up one morning and said, we're moving North Carolina. And very happy that we did.
And we're really happy that you did too.
Oh, thank you.
So I understand that you are at Novant Health Oceanside Family Medicine in Bolivia.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your practice, your office, and your partners.
So we're family practice. I work with Dr. Hamby, who is the physician, and Jason Honecker, who is the other PA, and myself.
And we've met Jason.
Right. Yes, both of them. And our clinical staff, nurses, medical
assistants. That's a very nice practice.
It's a wonderful practice.
Yeah.
It's a great team.
Yeah. So do you see patients of all ages, and how young do you start seeing patients?
So generally we see patients 2 and up.
2 and up? So Laurie, do you see patients of all ages? And at what age do you start to see patients?
Start to see patients 2 and up.
2 and up, to like grandma, right?
150.
You have patients that are 150?
No, but if there were, we would see them.
You would see them, right?
Yes.
Oh, great. Do you personally have any special medical interests? Do you like women's care, children?
I do, and especially diabetes care.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of it here.
Yes, so I have a general affinity toward diabetes education, and coming from one of my previous positions with the Indian Health Center, there was a lot of
there's a
lot of diabetes.
That's what
and-
Dr. Hamby says.
Yes, yes,
when
and
I've
it
talked
is.
with him about it.
It's a very obviously a very important.
Well, as a provider, I'm sure you have a couple of tips out there for our viewers, and what might they be?
Like I tell, or I try to, most of my patients, I think the best and most general advice I could give is that, as people, we are a whole person. So not just our physical self, but emotional, spiritual for some people, social, and that we could really optimize our best self and our best health if we pay attention to all of those things. And I know sometimes in medicine we may get caught up with the physical person, but it is essential really to take care of the rest.
That's a great philosophy. I like that.
And it works.
It does.
It works, but it needs some attention.
Yeah, it does need some attention. How about hobbies? Do you have a hobby?
I actually like to collect rocks and precious stones. So,
Wow,
and
my kids do that.
I've done some mining by Asheville, and
That's where they live.
Oh, it's so exciting! It's very exciting. So I do that. I like pretty much anything outdoors: camping, fishing, hiking.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, it's really been awesome to get to know you. And but before we wrap up, tell our viewers how they can make an appointment with you.
You could call our office at 910-721-4100.
Okay.
Our office is located next to the hospital at 584 Hospital Drive, Suite C in Bolivia. And also,
you can make appointments online too,
you
can't you?
can, yes.
Oh, that'd be great.
Online
and we'll
and-
run that on the bottom of the screen,
Great.
giving those folks the email address.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
I look forward to seeing you real soon.
I do too. Thank you, June.